In this vlog you will see classic cars, breakfast, cups of tea, gift shops, aircraft hangars, museum exhibits, planes in progress, planes that fly, wheelchair adventures and crashes, and something to do with the Great Escape. Let's get to it.
Stay away from that old Viper man. Don't you take that fruit he's holding in his hand. Just one bite and you'll be swinging with the band. If you hang around that old Viper man, if you should come across a Viper in the night, that's when you get the hit that makes you feel alright. You'll be high and trouble's out of sight. So don't you hang around that Viper in.
Hello you, today we are at East Kirkby. It's got a classic car show on and we have come in 3 different cars. Well, I've not been in 3 different cars, I've come in one of them, but obviously we have arrived in 3 cars as a party is what I mean. Luckily we managed to get situated underneath the tree, which is nice, so we've got a bit of shade today, which is also extra lucky because I forgot to bring my hat, and even more lucky because the hats in the gift shop are £21. I know they're raising money for the Lancaster and things, but wow, that is expensive for a hat.
It's just too much money.
They have a Lancaster Bomber here, which we're going to see taxiing. Unfortunately, it only can taxi along the grass runway because it can't fly right now, but they are raising money to make it fly again. And I think it's about 2 or 3 years off, so hopefully we shall see that happen. We'll have a look at the Lancaster taxiing and have a look around all the cars. And also East Kirkby is a museum, so we're going to go inside some of the exhibits and have a look there. And I would like to test out one of my cameras, the 360 camera, which I bought recently for its low light capability. I'm today here in my wheelchair again because the toilets are a bit far away from where the cars are and it is hot, so I'm going to be tired by the end of it. Though I will do some walking to get some exercise.
Exercise! I'm gonna do sit-ups!
Being in my wheelchair, I have the ability to see just how wheelchair accessible the museum and area is. I will go in the museum in my wheelchair and just see what it's like to get around. So let's have a look. There were some great cars arriving at the show. And there she is, the fantastic Lancaster Bomber, Just Jane. There is a rogue car mixed in with the Rovers. It was breakfast time, so we were off to the mess hall marquee. I had a very well-filled roll with 3 sausages. I was expecting halves, not full sausages. And of course, a nice cup of tea. The gift shop had many items related to the Lancaster Bomber and other planes. Along with the usual gift shop items you'd expect to see.
Was it the dishwasher? Yeah. I will get that one as well. Excellent. Yeah.
And the very expensive hat I mentioned earlier.
Thank you. Got a sticker for car. One we saw yesterday.
That's my kind of thing, biscuits and tea.
How about?
It was then time to have a look around the aircraft hangar. I think MG seem to sponsor this event each year because they always have cars outside. Let's have a look inside the hangar. You could buy food inside the hangar too.
Alright, will you put that in the back?
These are all parts from aeroplanes, including a strap from a chest-type parachute pack. This is a Bristol Mercury engine from 1983, recovered in Wrangle, Lincolnshire. Some huge engines power these planes. This is the recovered remains from a Spitfire. That is one big propeller. And also a massive wheel. Now if I had that on my wheelchair, I'd be perfect in the fields. These remains are from a Lancaster. So sad that there's only about 3 in the world remaining. And one of those is flying in this country, which we saw when I was at Swayton. It's strange how the propellers bend like this. This wreckage actually helped unravel a part of a family mystery because they found where their father had crashed. Looks like they provide ear defenders for when they do tours and they're testing the engines of the Lancaster. Here's a bump, I'm not sure if I'll get us over or not. Success. This is where they're doing all the restoration work on the Lancaster and other planes. This is part of the Lancaster undercarriage, which actually moves when you press the button. Let's see what the button does. Apparently right now, nothing. Well, it was moving a minute ago when I came in, but I think maybe it's gone one too many times and it's on a cool down period. I might have to come back later and have a look. Dog tags and fork belonging to Corporal Alfred Henry Bonzer. And these buttons don't seem to be doing anything. Reversing. It must have been some pretty scary times. There's a bird up there, and I don't mean the plane. Well, let's go and report back to camp, see what everyone's doing, and we'll have a look around some other exhibits. I'm going to have to use the little ramp that they've got. It's very lucky that ramp is right in the centre, and that happens to be where I headed to, because I did not realise there was a ramp, and I did not realise there was a big gap where the doors go in the floor, and it could have been very embarrassing falling out of the wheelchair. Oh, there's a car who wants to go past. After letting the car pass, it was time for a speedy retreat back to base camp. Checking in with everyone, I was off to see some more cars. A side view of just Jane looking great. Hopefully this footage isn't too bumpy, but we'll see what it's like when I get back to the computer. Sounds like somebody's off already. No chairs in this area? Well, that's not very nice, is it? They've invited some planes to land over the weekend, and here we go, some small planes and microlights. I've always wanted to have a go at one of those. I never will. I like that one. Do you know, I've never actually seen these kind of planes up close before. I wonder what it's like to actually be in a passenger seat in one. Probably quite scary, all the way up there. Quite a journey back now. I then heard what sounded like a plane ready to take off in the background. And of course, I missed the button on the phone and completely missed the plane taking off. So here's a view of a field. Going down. It's getting very grey in the sky. Currently filming with the Insta360 X5, or is it 5X? I can never remember. It's on a pole, which is also on a clamp attached to the wheelchair. So hopefully it doesn't all fall apart and break. I'm having a rather creaky ride back on the grass here. I bet the footage from the Insta360 is quite bumpy because I'm currently on grass and the pole's moving around a lot. But I thought I'd give it a go anyway, as we transition onto some tarmac. Now I'm going to go and have a look inside some of the other exhibitions, just to have a look how accessible they are and if anything has changed, and make use of a bit of shelter while the big grey clouds are above. Let's have a look. And here is the Escape Museum. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze here with one door open, and I was doing so well until I nudged the controller and the wheelchair went slightly to the right. That did not work. Let's see that again.
Do you have a license for this?
He's useless.
There was no way I could turn around there without a slight readjustment. Thank you to you both for waiting patiently.
Yes. I'm going to do is to go and see the Red Cross people and find out about getting in touch with them.
Well, I'm testing out the low light mode now on the Insta360 and also this camera. As you can see from the footage, I just whacked straight into the door frame, so yes, a slight fail on entry. I'm trying very hard not to smash the camera into the door frame. That's the camera held up by the pole you can't see. Doesn't like slopes very much. I really don't know how they managed it. I'd be far too claustrophobic to do that. On the nights of the 24th to 25th March, 1944, 76 Allied airmen made a break from the camp at Stalag Luft 3, digging a tunnel nearly 100 metres long to try for freedom. Only 3 of them actually reached safety. Diggers had to remove 80 tons of sand and earth to construct the tunnel called Harry. Ah yes, my arch enemy enters the room. If only I knew his future devious plan. On another note, this fire extinguisher was in the way and caused my wheel to get stuck on the sign. If it wasn't there, I probably would have just got past. Just.
But it's remarkable when you get a whole crowd of blokes. You see, I mean, let's face it, they were a reasonably intelligent bunch of blokes, and it didn't matter what you wanted, whether you wanted an architect, an engineer, a mathematician, a geologist, a surveyor, you got one. Whatever you wanted, there was an expert.
If you want to hear more from Mr. Cleaver, definitely check out the museum. There's lots to see here which I couldn't possibly show on the video.
It's got it. And really, it's a terrible shame that the none of his work is developing, because some blokes got out of the camp at long boat shop.
I don't think I'm getting through there. Vehicle reversing.
They found that I was quite good at making castings. We're told that if they got anything that would melt.
Is that spider part of the exhibit?
You could like drill all the solder out and get lumps of solder. And then one day somebody gave me the impression of the German.
Ah yes, my arch nemesis has formed his cunning plan, a blockade to my exit. Not really, he looked like he was enjoying himself, so I was happy to wait.
Ducks, and the duck came up under a fire, the Red Cross tins. You get through the kitchen there, you could make all sorts of things. I used to make a big one. I used to put these tins in and melt all the surface and lead and stuff out.
This is in the way. And the legs on these stands make it very awkward. Excuse me, sir. Do you know an easier way? Only just made it out of there. It was the Great Escape. Not quite. This door frame is pretty tight. Going into reposition. Dookie. The camera's gonna hit. I thought I'd better lower the camera on the pole. I didn't want it to keep hitting door frames. Although, it did. Oof.
Yeah.
And if the next of kin goes directions and a postal order in their parcels, another half-pound or 1 pound stamp will be added to it. The goods which may be sent to carefully and firmly
A quick adjustment because I bashed the arm a few times. And you know, I didn't realise this part of the exhibit was here at all. It was dark and on my blind side, so I completely missed it when I went past. Let's see if I can exit better than I entered. If you're wondering, I'm not just trying to film myself by holding the camera up there, I'm actually holding on to the invisible pole that's holding the other camera up and trying to stop it bashing everything. Well, I only just made it in and out of there. They could do with having both of those doors open, really. And also maybe not having some of those things down the central aisle, because I couldn't barely get my wheelchair down there. If it was my bigger wheelchair, there would have been no chance. And hopefully the lens on this camera, not the one I'm holding, but the one that's next to me, the Insta360 are quite strong, I hope, because it hit against the wall a couple of times. Luckily, though, you can replace the lenses on this one. Let's move on to the next exhibition. And move on to the next exhibition we will, but in the next video. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Let me know in the comments if you've been to East Kirkby before, or if you'll plan a visit after seeing this. In part 2, we look at some more classic cars, get lost in a straight corridor, see the home front exhibit, catch the end of the Lancaster taxi, and grab something to eat. Join me for all that and more. Please like and subscribe. Tatty bye.